Mm-hmm. And, don't be afraid to move any cures around or take them down from other years.
Okay.
But the advantage of Lee South, for Lee South this year, is that the more you learn to be still, and I know the disciplines that you do, and you're very good at being still, but it almost needs to be changed up a bit, and even letting go of some of your former belief systems of how you either meditated or did things.
Okay.
And the center of your home this year, what's in the center of your house?
The bathroom.
Okay. Now, if we take it, Kim, from one end to one wall, let's say the right wall to the left wall, expand out a little bit. What's on either side of the bathroom?
A kitchen and a closet.
Okay. Let's put some little stuff in the kitchen to calm things down a bit. Do you keep the door to the bathroom closed?
No.
That might be a good idea because there's too much energy there. The center of the house has to be protected. It's like protecting our tummy. So you want that stomach protected. So maybe that's one of the simple disciplines for this year. Close that door.
Okay.
Now, when you say there's tension, is it tension between you and Chris or the boys, or where's the tension?
A lot between Chris and I.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Well, this year you're actually going to have to carefully, quietly, all by yourself, look to see whether the relationship should and can go forward.
Okay.
And if it can, then you want to put some things in the kitchen, sort of near on the back or the side wall of that bathroom, but more in the kitchen.
Okay.
Things that support a strong partnership.
Okay.
The love knot? Remember that knot? I think it's a Tibetan knot. Remember the love knot?
Yes.
That was a very good cure for this kind of thing because it holds people lovingly together.
Okay.
Also, if you still have a couple of hearts from somewhere,
yes.
Okay, clean them up, put them there. Put them, though, with the intention that the relationship will serve you no matter what. So we want to get rid of any fear that you have.
Okay.
Okay.
Yes.
Do you have any questions, sweetheart?
I'm looking for a job.
You're looking for
a job. I applied to volunteer to run on the ambulance to be an EMT.
Yeah.
That one I volunteer, but I need a job.
Okay. All right. And yeah, you need a real job. Okay. I promise you have to keep that bathroom door closed because I don't want any opportunities going down the drain, literally, either when you flush the toilet or run the water. So That's going to be your new number one mission.
Okay.
We could put, because it is a strong year for advancement in career. It actually is. What's in the north of your house, Kim?
The north, a mountain.
You have a mountain in front of your house?
In the back.
Oh, that's good. Oh, good. All right, that makes me happy. Good stuff. All right, that's a support system. All right, let's get into the back because it's a very good support system. So I'm pleased to hear about that. Let me see what I want to put there. Strengthen that north. We want to strengthen the mountain. There's not much to put there. Isn't that interesting? Okay. You could put, you have any Chinese coins?
Yes.
Good. Clean them up and put them back near the north, back at that sort of mountain energy.
Okay.
That will help steady it. You know, these are just simple, you know me, they're simple little humble suggestions to
Yes.
just strengthen the chi. So let's see what those can do. And sweetheart, in a couple of weeks, would you have my email? Email me and tell me how you're doing, okay?
Okay.
Because perhaps off the air we can talk it through a little bit better.
Okay.
Okay?
Thank you very much for your help.
I'm sending you great big hugs, my friend.
Thank you, Elaine.
Bye, Kim.
Bye.
You know, these are such changing times. And we all have to be very tender and understanding of one another as we're collectively moving through a very dark 8-year period, very dark. And now the support has to be in the movement forward. And that means putting down old thinking, old agendas, old belief systems. The chaos can be tamed. So in these humble little suggestions, it helps, but the real one who has to stand clear of the chaos, of course, is yourself. So, you know, take a deep breath and look at you once again. My concern always is your belief system, because pretty much I think our belief systems have to be thrown overboard. Okay, then, I think we've got a caller. Hi there.
Hi, it's Sydney from New Jersey.
Hello, Sydney from New Jersey. I have to talk about you before you even say a word.
Okay.
For you who are listening, Sydney called in recently and was really wondering about sort of an approach to starting something new in her career. And the suggestion was given, try the library. Okay, Sydney, carry on. What happened next?
Okay, so I went to my the closest library, my town library, and this delightful man, whose name was Nicholas and looked like Santa Claus, St. Nicholas, said, yes, we'll advertise it in the paper and online and Facebook and whatever, and would you like to come every week? Would you like to come every other week? Here are the rooms that you can choose and all this space. So it's nothing, and you can start in like 3 weeks.
Amazing.
So it's really amazing. It's just a little half mile down the road and really supportive. And then another library said, here's a display case. You can put your work up for a month. Here's the month of August. You can put whatever you want in here and contact information, etc. So very, very exciting.
You know, what Sydney is saying in so many words is change is upon us. And all she needed was just a little flick on the forehead and the courage to step a bit out of her comfort zone. Look, I don't know anybody that's really that comfortable going to a strange place, kind of asking, you know, could you take me in? Could you take my work in? Is what's happening here. And we're not comfortable with that. So my hat's off to you because you took action and look at the response.
And I have to go forward and give them the description and start doing more of the work, which is great. And as you know, I moved recently, and it just wasn't in motion, and I accomplished so much. You said, you have 3 days. Mm-hmm. I accomplished so much in the last couple of days. The lion's share is done. Really. I could entertain and be
wow.
be respectable. Yeah. So it's still the nooks and crannies, but it's really in motion, and a lot of things are asking to be sold even, which is very interesting, the little bit of furniture and stuff, or given away. So I'm in motion with all that, and I'd love to know the feng shui of how to continue to support all of it, especially the creation of the collage work and all that.
Well, there's a couple of areas. I believe you are the East group, right? You Con North?
I think I'm Con North.
Yeah,
so my strong directions are north-south.
Okay,
southeast.
yeah, you're con north. Okay. So the con north, I better check that for you, but I think you are. Wait a minute. Tell me your year of birth.
62.
Yeah, okay, just a sec. I remember your east group, but I want to double check on, because you're the tiger. Oh, no, you're sun, southeast. There we go.
Oh.
Sun, okay. Now, but your 4 lucky directions are, for the most part, strong this year. For the most part. There's some things that like, okay, be careful there. The number 1 star, which is Con, is in the center. And that is good for business, number 1. It's good for selling things. It's good for romance. It's money, romance, merchants. So you want to make sure the center of your new space doesn't get clogged up. Like don't make that your junk room.
No. It's not. It's really pretty wide open. The center of every room, or the center of my living room?
The center of basically, the space is a box, so the center of the box.
Yeah.
But then any room that you're really using, like if you're doing your artwork in the living room, you're not going to clunk up the middle of that room.
No, okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
So the less clutter we've got, the easier it is for chi to flow. And that's the object of the game.
Right.
So you had asked a bit ago about, can anybody use the piggy bank? Well, yeah, that darn piggy bank this year has a lot of merit in the center.
Okay.
Okay, so just because it's such a money place. So yes, it could be the center of a room. It could be the center of the space equally.
Okay.
Okay. Now, the challenging spot here is the south, because that, what they call the disaster star, is on the south this year. So that's a case of fame and fortune. Either it could take an astounding jump forward, or people could have some real difficulty. And here's how they're going to get themselves in difficulty. It's through the ego. If their ego is too grandiose, they're going to kind of get slapped down. And that will be the south energy that really feels that.
Uh-huh.
So it's refocusing the I, not EYE, but the capital IM. And that's what the con north energy is all about, and it will exacerbate it right on into the south. So this direction south is very, very tender this year. So tender, as a matter of fact, that when people are traveling south, they should be more cautious. That is definitely not the time when they want to be talking, having a little snack, and trying to text and trying to drive. They'll really get hurt. The South could do some harm to motor vehicles this year.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And now with the way your, it also has to do with eyes and heart. So protect your eyes this year, okay? Because South is your doctor from heaven. And the southeast, which you are, is your personal development area. So what's in the southeast? What room is that?
It's the bedroom, but it's got a lot of storage in it. But it's the bedroom.
Okay. Well, where are you doing your art? Which room?
I have I have 4 work surfaces. One is in the east in the bedroom. One is in the center of the living room, which is in the west. And 2 are in the living room. One is on the west side of the room. One is in the middle of the room. And then in the southwest, which is kitchen, I have a work surface also.
Which feels most comfortable?
The center of the living room and the one facing east in the bedroom.
Yeah, that makes perfect sense. The one in the living room happens to be good for you. Just don't be looking into the west.
No, I'm really conscious. Okay. Yeah.
Mr. Duke is there. Grand Duke is there.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Yep.
So the place is, it's giving you many options, which, it's good for you to be describing this on the air. Thank you. Because every home has more options than meet the eye. Someone
Yeah.
like myself is looking for the